Hi everyone, I'm Cecily and welcome to my channel. This reading is for anyone whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in the carrying sign of Cancer. Hello Cancer, hi everyone that loves Cancer. I'm here today to talk about your reading for December. You guys have three major arcana. That's pretty nice. You do have two reversals. So it's gonna be an up and down sort of month for you, Cancer. So let's talk about exactly what's going on. The first card that you actually received, first card that you actually received is this King of Cups. So this is your signifier this month, Cancer. The King of Cups is usually representing a water sign. Of course you are. Somebody that is very powerful and very capable of controlling their emotions and being vulnerable at the same time. It's basically saying that this is you as your ultimate self at the beginning of the month, Cancer, and you have this potential to really go out there and kind of create the love that you desire this month. You're in control. You have the ability to really change the direction of your relationship this month. And as you look at the card, he's actually gesturing to the cup that's in one of his hands. And that gesture is basically an offer of love. Like, will you take this cup? Will you take my love? Won't you look at all these ships and all the powerful things that I have behind me and all the presents that I have? It's very much about you realizing your own potential in this relationship, Cancer, and kind of taking that to the next level because you have decided to offer your love from a very genuine space. You're trying to let go of some of the things that have happened in the past. And for you, Cancer, sometimes that can be a little difficult because when someone hurts you, you have a tendency to not forget. You do eventually come out of your shell, but when you do, it's kind of difficult because you still feel water signs hold on to the past because they know people have a habit of recreating patterns. And right now, you're feeling really happy about the relationship moving forward, but there's also a part of you that is really in the place of probably being too self-sacrificing, Cancer. So this is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is actually a card that's supposed to represent Jesus on the cross. It's a card that's supposed to represent sacrifice and spirituality and the depths of our soul and really knowing who we are inside. So what it's saying is you're so spiritually in touch, Cancer, with yourself that it's kind of creating this ripple effect into your relationship. And your partner is not at the point of power that you're at, Cancer. You're in a place where you're ready to show yourself, your true self, regardless of the cost, regardless of what it means to anybody else. You're not hiding anymore. The Hanged Man is a card that has to do with the subconscious. So there's a little bit of secrecy there, but it's not deceit, it's not lies, it's more on the level of being in tune, so in tune with oneself that other people might not be capable of understanding. So you have this Five of Swords in the past that talks about, your partner either lying to you or cheating or doing something that they had no business doing. And it's been something that's been on your mind, regardless of the fact that you are willing to start over. It's still something that you realize is a possibility. And it's something that may come into your mid-month, Cancer, which is the difficult part because your partner, now regardless of whether it was you or your partner doing the deceiving, your partner came out as the Queen of Swords. Now, I'm showing it to you in the upright position, but it actually came out in reverse. But the Queen of Swords in the upright position is still a card that I look out for because she can still be a bit cold. It doesn't mean male or female, but it does mean that they're coming from an emotional headspace. So swords aren't about emotion, they're actually about logic and thought. But in terms of love and relationships, what you're seeing with this card is somebody who's too in their head, too about themselves and about the reasons why they thought what they did was okay, instead of realizing that what they did just didn't suit what the relationship needed to be emotionally. They took themselves out of the emotion, put themselves in a mental space, and kind of threw away the key. They locked the door, threw away the key, and separated themselves from you. And that causes some sort of issue inside of their mind. And it's not necessarily something that has to do with you. It's really them not knowing what direction to go and not being at peace with themselves. But you do have this crowning card, which is actually a really beautiful crowning card. It's the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups talks about celebration. Now, in this particular reading, because there is the Five of Swords here and the Fool in reverse, there might be a little bit of infidelity because the Three of Cups in reverse does speak to infidelity. But what I'm really seeing is you're very conscious of who your partner actually is. Your partner is coming and waking into that consciousness, and you're trying to support that as best you can, regardless of who they've been in the past. But even now, they're still a little bit flirty, a little bit insecure, a little bit on the childish side. And for you, you're trying to celebrate getting back together. You're trying to celebrate being with the person that you actually want to be with. But they still have some issues around it. So there's going to be a moment later this month where you feel a bit taken for granted, Cancer. Now, the Four of Cups is traditionally a man sitting under a tree, and he has these three beautiful gilded cups in front of him. And then the universe, or the world, gives him another cup, gives him something else. And instead of him being able to recognize it, he just can't see what's in front of them. So this is about, Cancer, you being with somebody who just can't see what's in front of them this month. And you're probably sitting there like, man, what is wrong with you? I'm offering you my love. I'm doing everything I possibly can. I'm at a brilliant, amazing point in my life, and you're still not giving me that recognition and validation that I need. Which is why you receive the Fool in reverse later on this month. Now, this is the card that actually represents where you're at throughout this reading. The Fool is a very powerful card because it's a card that talks about new beginnings. It talks about what we get to do when our slate is wiped clean. It's very important. It's this very vitalizing energy, and it's something that you really want to use and to its full potential. But when it comes out in reverse, it makes it a little bit more difficult because it's basically saying that you got a false start. So you thought you were going to have this sort of rekindling with this person, or, that this person was on the right track, but not really. It's kind of a sense of false confidence. But later on, towards the end of the month, their frame of mind is actually the Lovers. So they feel like you guys are in sync and you feel like you're out of sync, where in the beginning of the month they feel out of sync and you feel ready. So you guys are kind of on two different planes, but I do have good news because I actually have already pulled out your outcome cards, and you have the Ace of Cups and the Devil. So those are two really powerful cards. So your reading has come out really, really strong for the month of December. And the Ace of Cups is a card that talks about love. So this card actually comes out in the place of hopes and fears. So with the Ace of Cups, it's a little bit of both. It's the hope that you have this ultimate love that the Ace of Cups is known for. It's known for being the ultimate, especially with the Lovers card here and the Fool, and this King of Cups, it is a very, very strong love reading. Like, you guys are going to be really in the throes of love this month. And that Ace of Cups is beautiful, but there's a part of your partner that will be kind of afraid, very skittish almost, because they realize that that love is there, but for whatever reason, this air sign, this Libra, this Aquarius, this who am I missing? This Gemini might not be on track where you are, and that false start that you have somewhere towards the mid to late month is going to revitalize their energy, and it's going to kind of dampen yours. So you guys have to really get on the same track, because you have two very powerful aphrodisiacs as far as the sexual relationship that's possible to happen in the month of December is very strong, especially with the Devil as your outcome card. There's a lot of passion and needing to possess somebody fully there, especially for you, Cancer. When you fall for something, you really fall, and you know what you like, and that is it. Like, you just focus on that, and you're fixed in that. So that Devil card is really important, and it's really going to change the dynamic of that relationship, because it's really going to put you in a very sort of can't get them out of your mind, can't get them off of your body sort of place. So you guys have a lot to look forward to, but it's not necessarily a tameable energy. And Cancer, that's something that you really try to do with your emotions. You really try to like tame them and figure them out. And that's really not going to happen this month. So even though you're in a very powerful position, you're going to have to kind of just ride the roller coaster a little bit this month, Cancer. So I hope you're up for it. It looks like it's going to be a real adventure. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for actually watching the reading. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys for all of your likes, your comments, your subscribes, and staying with me. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys.